Okay, here's something really rare. This is Italian Stelliari Princess Leia 12 back from 1978. So these are Harbert, it says Harbert there, Harbert, and that was the distributor in Italy. And these are really rare, especially Princess Leia. And the card's pretty tatty, but this is quite a rare item. You can see the foot plate there, it's just come, it should be at the base of her feet, but it's not. Really nice Princess Leia figure. And this is one of my favourite figures, this Leia, the Luke and the Han. And you know, in Italian she's called Princess Leia Organa. And you've got the logo in Italian, Stelliari, Harbert Art 706. And this bubble's got extra AFA protection around it to keep it. Bubble only gets AFA 50. But it's a really rare item. And you can see the grades there. It's 1978 Harbert Star Wars 12 back Princess Leia Organa. Card 75, bubble 50, figure 80. And if you go on AFA population, you can there's only 3 of these graded. There's one for sale on Brian's Toys at the moment, AFA 60 as well. Better condition than this one. But that's over £1,000. It's about $1,200 or £1,200. I got this one for a lot cheaper than that. Came from France. Really nice figure. Princess Leia Organa. Really nice. I got this on a French 12 back as well. Got it on a US Kenner 12 back. 20 back Kenner US. And both Return of the Jedi versions Kenner. 77 back and 48 back. So you can see this is one of my favourite figures. This, the Han and the Luke. I remember in 1993 I went to Forbidden Planet, maybe late 92 actually, and I saw a Princess Leia in the store, and that just brought back so many memories. You know, I just had to get a Princess Leia, and I did. It was saying about 4 or 5 months later, and that's when I started collecting figures again. So there you are, beautiful figure, really rare. This is so rare. That's the front of the card. Let's look at the back. The card's got quite a lot of wear. The card gets AFA 75, bubble gets 50, and the figure gets 80. Overall grade is 60. You can see this card's got a lot of wear on the back. Licensed to Italy. There's the 12 figures. I think maybe AFA were a bit generous with their AFA 75 for this card. It's got a lot of rare on the back. Harbert, Milan, 1978. Got the names of the figures: Sand People, 3DBO in Italian, Commandant Squadra della Morte, Jan Solo, Chewbacca, Principe Leia Organa, Luke Skywalker, C1P8, that's R2D2, Lord Darth Vader, Gero Imperial, Ben Obi-Wan Kenobi, Capo Jara. Some of these were a bit more common. You used to be able to pick these up in the UK about 20 years ago for about £100 each. You could get the Sand Person, Death Squad Commander, R2D2. I've got the R2D2 on an Italian card. Lord Darth Vader and the Stormtrooper and the Jawa. The other ones that are really rare are the Han Solo's super rare, Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan. I'm not sure about the Chewbacca. I think you might have been able to get the Chewbacca quite common 20 years ago in the UK. But these are nice foreign cards. Stelliari. There's the front again. Really nice figure. You see, looks like there's a little bit of a crack there in the bubble, just there near the head. That's why they've put the extra protection. So if you go on eBay and look at eBay USA, you should be able to find one for sale at Brian's Toys. There's 2 AFA 60s and 1 AFA 50 of this figure so far graded. I'm sure there's more of these out there. Beautiful figure, beautiful card back. Looks great in the Italian logo. Really rare figure, this. And there's the tear in the bubble. Princess Leia, 12 back. Really rare figure. Okay, I've got footage of the French Meccano. I'll add that to this as well so you can compare the two. Okay, goodbye. It's a super rare Italian classic figure. Super rare. Alright, cheers, bye.
Okay, this is excuse me. This is Princess Leia Organa on the 12 back Star Wars Kenner card US. So it's really probably the definitive edition of Princess Leia. I mean, the only versions better would be a Palatoy or a Meccano or a Clipper, but they're even more scarce, or Canadian. So even on a US Kenner card, this is really hard to track down and get at a reasonable price. So it has a white price square at the top, the name of the character, Princess Leia Organa, classic image there, the figure, classic figure now. You can get these in 12-inch format now, or soon. This is a classic figure. I never had this one as a kid. I know my sister did. I think I flushed it down the toilet, so just to spite her, the sort of brother I was. I think I flushed all her Star Wars figures. I knew she had the vinyl cake jar as well, and I know I'd flushed that down the toilet. Anyway, so here you are. These are the Princess Leia on a 12 back card. You've got the classic Leia and Luke holding the lightsaber. Only on these Star Wars cards do you have a few stars in the upper portion as well. Classic image. They didn't change the image on Return of the Jedi cards, they used the same image, and I've got on video on YouTube 2 Return of the Jedi Princess Leias. For a long time the Return of the Jedi Princess Leia was worth more than the 12 back. It's only past say 3, 4, 5 years that this one's become more valuable, just because it's the 12 back version. So this is Princess Leia on 12 back card. It's been graded, but not by AFA, by the UK graders, and the UK graders say it's a Star Wars Princess Leia 1977 Kenner 12 back. It gives it a rarity factor of 2 stars and gives the card 80, bubble 85 and the figure 85, and overall the piece gets 85. Doesn't tell you exactly what type of 12 back it is, like whether it's a 12 back A, 12 back B, 12 back C. I've got the John Kellerman book. I could look it up, and when I've got more time I will. And you can see on the back it's got the list of 12 figures, the classic image of the 12 figures, paintings of the TIE Fighter, the Minute X-Wing and the Land Speeder, telling you how to pull out the telescoping lightsabers, which were quickly replaced with just the pull down lightsabers. There's an offer at the bottom there for a display stand, or a collector's action stand, and that expired May the 1st 1979. There's the pop there, and you had to send in proof of purchases. So these little things here you had to send in. Everyone knows in England we had to send in the name tags of the characters. So there you go. This is your 12 back, and it says, let's see what it says about Princess Leia. It says, Princess Leia Organa, 3.5 inches, has a removable cape and laser pistol. The laser pistol has come loose and is at the bottom. The figure looks pretty good. Bubbles very clear, which is nice. Little tinge of pink to the arms and legs compared to the body, but that happens over time. Still classic image, Princess Leia. And there you are. Let's continue on with our massive Star Wars haul before the holiday. Okay, here we've got the 2004 VOTC Vintage Original Trilogy Collection, Princess Leia Organa, and I showed one recently that was graded. This is the one I got before it. It's just in its clamshell. In the UK, this figure's quite hard to find and quite pricey, so you know it's quite a task to get this at an affordable price, i.e. less than 20 quid in its clamshell, and less than say 25 quid graded. Otherwise, this is quite a hard to find figure in the UK. I know there's lots of them in the States, but over here the Leia is quite hard to find. Even though it's not the best of the VOTC figures, everyone says the Han Solo is, or maybe the Stormtrooper and the Boba Fett, but it's one of the 4 that they released on a 12-back style card, along with the Han Solo, the Luke Skywalker, which I've got those 2, and the Ben Kenobi. I haven't got the Ben Kenobi yet. I'm trying to get that actually. And this is a classic card back. It's a beautiful card back. You know, some people, I know one guy that just collects Princess Leia. He's got the full set of or almost a full set of the giant 12-inch figures from 1979 maybe, but they're all Princess Leias, but they're all from different countries, and that's just an amazing set. And I know he's collecting all the vintage 1978 to 1984, 83 Princess Leia's, white Princess Leia on different card backs, so he's already got about 10 of them. Amazing. I've only got about 4, you know, so, and of the vintage ones, got 12 back like that, plus the 20 back, plus a couple of Jedis, both Kenner. Oh yeah, and the Meccano 12 back, which is really quite probably the crowning jewel of my Princess Leia collection. Okay, so this is one figure I mean the original Princess Leia, that's my favourite Princess Leia, and it's one of my favourite figures, top 3 easily. Leia in the white outfit, Han in the original costume, plus Luke in the farm boy gear. And so I've always wanted this figure on the VOTC. It's a great figure. I mean, the face likeness is quite good. It's got slight cut elbows rather than articulated. It's got a ball jointed shoulders, civil waist, I'd assume, a cloth lower skirt, no holes in the feet, and I don't think it's got ankle articulation because the feet are so kind of small. Because of an Imperial blaster, she does, and it looks just great on this card. That body was used again on this figure here, which is the Legacy Collection Leia from the medical frigate. So they've both got the same bodies, but she's got articulated elbows, whereas this one's just got cut swivel elbows. So they work that a bit, and the head sculpts are different. So, but the bodies are like the torsos are the same, and the dress is the same. Both are great figures. So that's the 2009. I've showed this one before, so I'm not going to take it out of the AFA bag. That's a U90, so it's a beautiful figure. Easy to find now, I'm pretty sure. Looks great, and that's if you're into Princess Leia. Most male collectors are, but for Princess Leia I think that's worth collecting, because she's such a classic character, and this card image here, just, you know, I grew up with this when I was back in the day, so, you know, brings back fond memories. And then you've got the back of the card, the VOTC, with the original card there, the 12 back figure, and the Leia there, plus the other figures on the Star Wars range. You've got Ben Kenobi, Han Solo, Leia and Luke Skywalker. And then these are very similar to the vintage collection. It's a shame that, I've said this before, that the new vintage collection figures don't come in these clamshells, and they wouldn't need to put the price up, because they are charge enough anyhow. So, you know, things are expensive enough anyhow. So, you know. So that's the back. Let me see if we can see the original figure. Yep, sweet item. My battery's about to run out. Okay, let's look at it again. There's the vintage collection and the legacy collection. So that came out. This one came out in 2009. So there's 5 years difference between these two figures. Super Obliterator does a, or Supreme does a good Supreme. The guy from Alaska does a good comparison of these two figures. So check him out. Supreme. Got 2 layers there. You can definitely see that this body is a lot darker, whereas that one's a lot whiter. Otherwise, it's pretty identical. Great figures, but I really like this card back because it's vintage. It's best of both worlds. You've got a modern figure, plus you've got the original styled card back from yesterday or yesteryear. Okay, so this definitely is hard to find in the UK at a good price, so you're gonna have to really be patient. I mean, I've tried so many times to get this figure and it just always get outbid on her, so you know, you just got to be patient. Great looking figure, highly recommend. Best bet maybe is if you live in the States, you can just get them off Brian's Toys, so you can get the whole set for $200. That's all 12 figures. These are great figures, and the cases are nice, and this is just sweet. So my battery's about to run out. I've been rambling on about this figure. We've got the VOTC. There's only about maybe 15 figures in this range. You've got the original VOTC, then the Saga OTC and all that sort of stuff. Still got quite a lot of them to collect. Great figures. Next one on my targeting scope is definitely Ben Kenobi on that card, on that style card. So I really want that one. Ben Kenobi's meant to be a great figure as well. The Han Solo's meant to be a top figure as well. I've got the Han Solo, I bought that back in the day, so you know. And the Luke as well. Okay, let's have a good look at the Leia close up. Okay, there's Leia. Going out a bit out of focus. Great figure though. Very small, petite, nicely styled. Princess Leia Organa. Wicked figure. And there's how the body was reused for the Princess Leia medical frigate, which was from 2009 Builder Droid. And that the Luke that comes with this Leia is really brilliant as well. So that's a brilliant nice pair to get as well. Okay, time to go. Okay, here we've got the Gentle Giant, the Jumbo Princess Leia. So this is my second Gentle Giant Jumbo Gentle Giant Jumbo 12-inch figure I've got the Han Solo small head with which was AFA graded 80, but this one's not graded. I got this from Model Zone. They had a special offer, online offer, that if you bought stuff on a certain weekend, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, that you on the weekend the first 300 customers would get 20% off whatever they bought. So this usual price is 60 quid, and I got it for about 46 pounds, 47 quid with the 20% off, and it also was free transport to where I live, which was good. And you know that this is one of my favourite figures, if not my favourite figure. I love the car back image. I've got some nice original Princess Leias from 1980s, 70s and 80s, and you know, this card image is just a classic, and the figure is just amazing. huge, 12 inches. There's my hand. Just give it a sort of how big this figure is. Massive. The figure looks great on the card, and the image is just classic. I've got this on a 12 back card from 1978. I've got two actually. I've got one US graded UK 85 and a French Meccano 12 back, plus two Return of the Jedi Princess Leias and a 20 back Princess Leia. So this is definitely most likely my favourite figure, if not the Luke, but I'm sure this is. I've just made a top 25 vintage carded figures, and this came number 1, so this must be my favourite figure. But I also like the Luke and the Han a lot, so you know, it's very close between those three figures. This card back, it uses the same image as the original 12 back card, and it just looks amazing. Beautiful picture of Princess Leia with the same Princess Leia name logo, Star Wars in the top corner, the Han and Luke logo, plus the Star Wars symbol and the two silver bars going around, Kenner logo at the bottom. This figure is massive, huge, and comes with a good gun. It's huge. Okay, I'm going to try and show you this figure close up. Face sculpt isn't bad. In fact, it's made from a scaled up vintage figure, so it should be dead accurate. There's boobs. Very famously, that Princess Leia, Carrie Fisher, didn't wear a brassiere when she was filming Star Wars. She had to have her boobs taped down. And this figure certainly, you can definitely see her boobs underneath her white costume, and you've got the belt there, the white outfit, the simplistic style of this figure with minimal sculpting, the vinyl cape which looks amazing, and the face sculpt looks really good as well. It comes with this huge blaster there, which is very, very nice. The Kenner logo there, and the excellent picture. So it's Princess Leia on the Gentle Giant Jumbo 12-inch packaging. And these figures seem to be doing really well. This is the second one I got. I'd get more, but they take up so much space. I mean, I haven't got no space to put this damn thing. I've got a, you know. But it looks wicked. There's Leia, just like the original figure. There's the face sculpt. Looks pretty good. That's very good. Famous trademark buns. And the original photograph. So on the card, this just looks amazing. It's really good. Princess Leia on a sort of simulated 12 back card. And then let's look at the back of the card. I showed a Darth Vader 12 back earlier, a real one, and this is the Gentle Giant version. So you've got all the figures list there, and their heights. The Princess Leia is 11 3/4 inches, has a removable cape and laser pistol. The Darth Vader in this scale is 12.5 inches, with action lightsaber removable cape. I think the Kenner 12-inch figure of Darth Vader was actually a bigger figure. It was 15 inches. And then you've got the 12 figures shown there. You've got the Sand Person, C-3PO, Death Squad, Han Solo, which I've got, but the small-headed version, Chewbacca, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker. That Luke Skywalker is a hard one to find. R2-D2, the Darth Vader, the Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper's another tricky one. The Ben Kenobi and the Jawa. There's two Jawas, the vinyl cape Jawa and the regular Jawa. The vinyl cape Jawa is probably the hardest one to find. And now they've done the blue snaggletooth as well. Shows you how to do the lightsaber, the double telescoping lightsaber, and then it has some more of modern releases there. It has two bookends, Jabba's Palace, Wicket minibus, Cad Bane minibus, and Previsor. And it has all these different things like Kenner, Hasbro, Gentle Giant, and Made in China. Huge card back. And then there's Princess Leia. Looks amazing. Excellent figure. Brilliant. So if you can get any of these Gentle Giant figures, especially if you check Model Zone, see if they're doing a deal. It's free delivery as well if you check online, which isn't bad, and they do box it up well. So, you know, I'd recommend Model Zone to get your 12-inch figures. 60 quid is the usual price. I got this for about £47. Looks really nice. Princess Leia, great figure. I think they'll be carrying the Gamorrean Guard and the definitely they should have the blue snag maybe, or hopefully they will. But they should have the Gamorrean Guard when that comes out, and the Rocket Fire and Boba Fett. I think they'll be having that. I think they're just bringing out now the Yoda. But this is a great figure, great Leia, classic figure from 1978. Brilliant. Love the vinyl cape. Great, classic. I was going to take it out of the box, but it looks so good on card, I just think I'll leave it like this. You can see it well enough anyhow. That's what's good about these, the way they've got this on display. Great item. And there's the classic Leia there. Brilliant. I hope this works, because I'm using my 16 megabyte card, and sometimes that bleeps up, but hopefully it's recorded. I'm going to check now, otherwise I'm going to have to do this all over